Okay, hi you guys, we are doing 1-1 additional practice, so use this and follow along with me. So if you need help with your homework, you can get it. Remember that there are no calculators on this whole unit, so if you feel like, well, I'm just going to wait till I get home to do this, and I can use a calculator, she's going to give it back to you because you have to show your work. We need to know if you know how to line up your decimals. We need to know if you know when to line up your numbers and not your decimals. You may, however, use a multiplication chart to help you multiply and then divide when we get to that step, but no calculators, okay? So hopefully this will help you. I'll try to post these videos for every homework assignment. If I don't get to it, it's because I just couldn't for some reason, but I will eventually. So let me know if you need any more videos or you need to do anything else in them so that I can help support you when you're at home working on these. The first thing that I want to do is show you when you are finding a sum of something, you're adding. If you're finding a difference, you're subtracting. So those are important keywords that you need to know. When I add and subtract, especially with decimals, I need to line my numbers up this way and not side to side, okay? I want my numbers going up and down. When I add and subtract with decimals, I have to line up my decimal. That is the part that is most crucial, okay? Adding and subtracting, I line up my decimal. So I'm going to put my decimal right under, and then I'm going to fit the rest of my number in. So I have 26.3, okay? And then I need to remember that I'm adding in this one, and then I can just add up and down. 6 plus 3 is 9. Bring my decimal down. 5 plus 6 is 11. Put my 1 down, carry my 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Plus 2 is 7. Okay? 71.9. Number 2. I'm subtracting, so I have to line my decimals up. 14.25. And I'm going to just put my decimal and fill in the rest of my number. I have a 5 and a 1 and a 4. Okay? Now my decimals are lined up. Now remember, I'm subtracting. 5 minus 4 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. Bring my decimal down. 4 minus 5, I can't do it. But I can think of this as 14 minus 5. And so if I do 14 minus 5, I get 9. So 9.11. Number 3. Line my decimals up. 17.2. Write my decimal. Fill in the rest. 6.08. Well, I have this blank space here. I need to put a placeholder 0. Okay? Now I'm adding, and I can just add it. 0 plus 8, 2 plus 0, decimal. 7 plus 6 is 13. Carry my 1. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay? If this video is going faster than you can go, it's okay. Just push pause. Okay? Just push pause. You might be able to set up a split screen with the assignment on one side, and if you're doing it at home because you're on quarantine, so you can set up your assignment in Kami on one side and the video on the other. If you're doing this at home with the paper copy, just hit pause, finish writing. Okay? Number 4. Line my decimals up. 3.652. I'm going to put my decimal, fill in the rest of my number. 1.41. I have a blank space here. I fill it with a 0. I am subtracting. Okay? So 2 minus 0 is 2. 5 minus 1 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring my decimal down. 3 minus 1 is 2. Number 5, 18.06. plus, put my decimal, fill in the rest. 9.798. I have my blank space right here. I'm going to fill it with a 0. Do my math. 0 plus 8 is 8. 6 plus 9 is 15. 7 and 1 is 8. Bring my decimal down. 8 and 9 is 17. Carry my 1. 1 and 1 is 2. Okay? Number 6. 8.006 minus, and put my decimal in, fill in the rest, 6.38. Blank space, I fill it with a 0. 6 minus 0 is 6. 0 minus 8. I can't do it. If I have 0, I cannot take 8 away, so I have to borrow. I can't borrow because there's none here, so I have to go back one more. Okay? So I borrow from my 8 and make it a 7. I give the 1 that I just borrowed here and make it a 10. Now I can borrow from my 10, make it a 9, and give that 1 to this 0 and make that a 10. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 3 is 6. Bring my decimal down. 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay. So the next section is multiplying. 7 through 9, find each product. Product means to multiply. Okay? I still have to line my numbers up and down, but the one thing I remember for multiplying, I do not line my decimal up. I line my numbers up. So my first number is 489. I can put my decimal here if you want, but at this stage you don't need it. You don't need the decimals until the end. My next number is 2.2. I need to line my numbers up so they match over here. The decimals do not line up in multiplying, okay? So here we go. 2 times 9, 18. Put my 8 down, carry the 1. 2 times 8, 16, plus this 1, 17. Put my 7 down, carry the 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus my 1 is 9. This 2 is taken care of, so I put a placeholder 0. Now I need to do this 2. 2 times 9, 18. Put my 8 down, carry the 1. 2 times 8 is 16, plus my 1, 17, carry my 1. 2 times 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9. Okay? I'm kind of writing big and I'm running out of room. So when I have both of these numbers taken care of, now I can go ahead and add this up. Okay? So I'm just going to shift this part up here so you can see it. So 978 plus 9780. Okay? So I'm just going to add it over here. 8 and 0 is 8. 7 and 8 is 15. 9 and 1 is 10. Plus 7 is 17. 9 and 1 is 10. I'm still not done. I have to put my decimal in. Okay? So I've done all the multiplying. I've done the adding portion. Now I go back and I count how many digits are on the right side of the decimal. 1, 2, 3. Then I put 1, 2, 3 digits on the right side of the decimal. So my answer is 10.758. Let's do another one. 2.01 times, remember you don't have to line up the decimals, you have to line up the numbers. This one just happened to work out that the decimals lined up, but that's not what I did. I lined up the numbers over here. Okay? 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 2 is 6. I'm done with the 3. I put a placeholder there. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. I took care of both of these numbers. Now I add. 3 plus 0 is 3. 0 plus 4 is 4. 6 plus 0 is 6. 8 plus nothing is 8. Now go figure out your decimals. How many numbers are behind the decimal in the original problem? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your answer. Decimal 8643. Same thing. 54 decimal 1, and I'm going to line up my numbers. Okay? I'm multiplying. 6 times 9 is 9. 9 times 4. I said 6 times 9. I meant 9 times 1. I'm sorry, you guys. Sometimes my brain goes too fast. 9 times 4 is 36, so I put the 6 down, and I carry my 3. 9 times 5 is 45, plus my 3 is 48. I'm done with the 9. Put a placeholder. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 5 is 30, plus 2. I add these up. 9 and 0 is 9. 6 and 6 is 12. 8 and 1 is 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. 4 and 1 is 5. 6, 7. And 3. Now go find your decimals. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Number 10. So when I look at this, it says complete the sequence of numbers in this set. Explain the pattern. I need to figure out how to get from here to here. Well, I can subtract that. Okay, so if I have 7 decimal 5 minus 6 decimal 25, remember we're subtracting, so we have to line up our decimal. I can put a placeholder 0. Let's see how it works out. 0 minus 5, can't do it, so I have to borrow. 4, and that becomes a 10. 10 minus 5 is 5. 4 minus 2 is 2. Decimal. 7 minus 6 is 1. So what did we go down by? 1 decimal 25. Well, if I go down by 1 decimal 25, I'm going to get 5. So now I know my pattern. I'm going down by 1 decimal 25. So to find this number from here to here, I also have to go down 1 decimal 25. I am going to start with 5, and the decimal comes after. I'm going to subtract 1 decimal 25. I have 2 blank spaces, 2 0 placeholders. What's my answer? I can't do 0 minus 5, so I have to borrow. 4, 10. Borrow from the 10, it becomes a 9 and a 10 here. 10, whoops, let me move that cursor. 10 minus 5 is 5. 9 minus 2 is 7. Decimal down. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 3 decimal 75 is this answer. Okay? So I need to go down 1 decimal 25 again. This time I'm going to think about it like money, because sometimes if you think about numbers and decimals like money, it might help you. So if I want to take $1.25 away from $3.75, I know if I take 25 cents away from 75 cents, 75 is 3/4. If I take 1/4 away, I'm left with 2/4. 2/4 is 50 cents. So I know this part's 50. If I take $1 away from here, I get 2. So if I think it through like money, I know this should be 250 here. If you can't do that, if that's something that's really hard for you to do, then just do the math. 1 decimal 25 is being subtracted from 3 decimal 75. 5 minus 5 is 0. 7 minus 2 is 5. Bring down my decimal. 3 minus 1 is 2. So there we go. 250. Number 11. Jamie wrote 4.4 minus 0.33 equals 1.1. Is his answer reasonable? Explain why or why not. Well, so first of all, he's only subtracting 33 hundredths. That's less than 1. Okay? So if we say he subtracts 1 from here, that's 3.4. They say it's 1.1. So it's not making sense to subtract something less than 1 and get 1 from 4. Okay? So is Jamie's answer reasonable? No. Because he is subtracting less than 1. Okay? Number 12. The weight of 3 kittens at 1 week of age were 3.6 ounces, 4.2 ounces, and 3.3 ounces. If each kitten has gained 2.3 ounces, how much does each kitten weigh? Well, I'm going to write all my kitten weights down. 3.6, 4.2, and 3.3. I know each of those kittens gained 2.3 pounds, or ounces. So I'm going to add 2.3, making sure that I line up my decimals. Now I can just do the math. Kitten 1, 6 and 3 is 9, decimal, 5. 5, decimal, 4 and 2 is 6. 3 and 3 is 6, decimal, 3 and 2 is 5. That's how much each kitten weighs. And we're talking ounces, so if you want to write ounces down, you can. 13. A movie theater is having a special. If a group of 4 pays $7.25 each for tickets, each person can get popcorn and a drink for $5.75. Use this expression to find the total cost for 4 friends. Well, we're going to learn order of operations, but the first thing I need to be able to do is add what's in the parentheses. So I'm going to take my 5.75 plus my 7.25, and I'm going to add that up. Okay? 5 and 5 is 10. 7 and 1 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 and 7 is 13. And I brought my decimal down. Okay? So I know this part in the parentheses is $13. Okay? Right here, when there's a 4 next to the parenthesis, this means to times. You can't see it very good because I have a pencil, but it means to multiply. So I need to take my 13.00 and now multiply it by 4. Okay? 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 3 is 12. Carry my 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 1 is 5. Okay? Now I go figure out my decimal. How many digits are behind the decimal? 1, 2. So I do 1, 2. And 4 friends paid $52. Okay, flip it over. Number 16. A factory makes parts for toys in different quantities as shown in the table. How much would 11 parts cost? So here's a table. It doesn't show me 11. It has 12, it has 7, it's 2, and 15. So I need to know 11. Well, the most important part for me to figure out is how much 1 costs. If I can figure out how much 1 costs, then I can figure out how much 11 costs. Okay? So I know 2 costs 90 cents. So if I think about money and I think, what is half of 90? Because if I do half of 90, I'll figure out how much 1 costs, okay? So half of 90 is 45 cents. If I have 45 cents for 1 part, how many do 11 parts cost? Well, I can just times it by 11. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. This one is done. I put 0 here. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 4 is 4. Both of those are done, and I can add it. I'm just going to move this up here so you can see it. So I have 45 and 450. And so I'm going to add those. 5 and 0 is 5. 4 and 5 is 9. 4 and nothing is 4. Now I go back and find my decimal. How many digits are behind the decimal? 1, 2. So 1, 2. So $4.95 for 11 parts. Number 18. Kim multiplied 8 times 0.952 and got 76.16. How can you estimate to show that Kim's answer is incorrect? Well, now it says estimate. Okay, so we're going to round. 8 is a whole number, and I'm going to times it by, what's this number round to? It's decimal 9, so it's really close to 1. So 8 times 1 is 8. That is not even close to 76. So Kim was really off. Okay? Number 20. Use the information in the table to solve, estimate to check. Okay? So how much does 1 tube of glue cost? How much more does 1 tube of glue cost than 1 roll of tape? Well, a tube of glue is $2.39. A roll of tape is $1.99. When we talk about how much more, we're subtracting. 9 minus 9 is 0. 3 minus 9 I can't do, so I borrow. Make that a 1. Make this a 13. 13 minus 9 is 40. 4. Bring down my decimal. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, so I solved it. Now I need to estimate. So I'm going to estimate this glue to be $2.40. I'm going to estimate this tape to be $2. So I'm going to subtract those, and I get 40 cents again. Okay, so here's my actual, here's my estimate. What's the total cost for 2 packs of markers and a pack of construction paper? So my markers are $4.50 each, and I need 2 of them, so I have to write it down twice. And then construction paper is $3.79. What's the total? Means I'm going to add. 009 is 9, 5 and 5 is 10, plus 7 is 17, 4 and 4 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus 3, 10, 11, 12. I bring down my decimal. So my actual answer is $12.79. Here's my estimate. $4.50 I'm going to round up to $5. $4.50 I'm going to round up to $5. $3.79 I'm going to round up to $4. So if I add that, zeros, zeros, decimal, 5 and 5 is 10, plus 4 is 14. So these are pretty darn close. Alright, you guys, that's it. So I hope that helped. They all won't be this long, okay? Some videos are longer than others.